Yep.
So Venmo is a soft. And we were full force when they were juniors. Really got it going last year.
Right, last year I got to come in for a game with Batch. That was fun.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was We I think it was against Spring Lake. I only know it because I actually watched the film like a week ago. I was like, I gotta check this out. This is fun. And then Jordan texted me 2 days ago, and I was like, dude, no way. I was like, I was in the spirit. Like, heck yeah, let's do it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I love being back here.
Can I get a test?
The mic again?
Yeah.
Check, 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 check. We are rolling.
Can we get the other one too?
Check, 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 check. Check. Ooh. Is that one good too? Oh, yeah.
Just cutting out a noise. Talking.
In the back, yeah, in the background.
Put up like the end.
Yeah, I didn't go to broadcasting school. I don't know what kind of program you think we're running right now,
Right.
but like,
Welcome to Sparta Homecoming 2020 as the Sparta Spartans will take on the visiting Muskegon Central Crusaders. I am Jordan Morse. I am joined alongside Alex Shuneman, former player, former student of Sparta High School. And we are ready to kick off Homecoming 2020 with a different feel than last year's, obviously, with the COVID protocols, with two people and guests in the stands. Still have more fans than the Detroit Lions, though, as they don't have any participating right now. When we look at it, we're facing a very good Muskegon Central Crusaders team that travels here. I don't think we've ever played each other.
This, I think, is our first meeting, at least in the past 10 years or so, since I've really been keeping up with football. But yeah, it should be an interesting start. They're 2-0. We're 1-1, so we're just gonna keep trying to keep this momentum rolling.
Exactly. The Spartans will be receiving the ball. We have Nicholas Schoonemaker and Dylan Tarowski's back deep. As you mentioned, the Crusaders are 2-0. They beat Ludington first week 30-6. They beat Benton Harbor Tigers 38-6. Sparta's coming off a loss against a conference opponent of Hopkins last week, and it's very different. Last week, warm, nice, sun was setting. It was getting cooler. Different temperatures here.
It is a big change with just 1 week. It's crazy how 1 week will bring it to you, but
fall has arrived.
We got to be ready for it.
And number 10, Carlton is kicking off for Crusaders. He kicks it down to about the 8-yard line. Well, Tarowski drops it, picks it up, gets to the left side. If he gets the edge, he's going to have some room, but it looks like number 68.
So 66, yep.
Sam Cardis, the sophomore, takes him down on a kick team. Very nice tackle.
He was cruising off the edge. It almost looked like Tarowski was going to break it on the outside, but 66 definitely had different thought in his head.
Definitely showed the speed. Yeah, you kind of get the kickoff team a little, I would say, zealous. When he drops that ball, they kind of, it's like a shark. They see blood in the water, and everyone's flying at it, and sometimes you get the contain coming down, and he can get to the edge.
Exactly. It kind of falls apart with the lanes, but he sure he overcorrected himself, and he got there.
All right, Nick Gordon, the freshman, will take under center. We have Tarowski in motion. We're going to counter back our way. Nice hole, but it closes down quickly for the Crusaders. Number 66, again, the sophomore on the play. Cardis is making a great impact to begin right now.
Yeah, he for being a sophomore, he's really showing what it takes to be on varsity level. That's definitely what a coach looks for. If you can get there and fly around to the ball, that's definitely a big key in being on this defensive team.
That brings up 2nd and 9. There's a 1-yard run by Nick Schoonemaker. Tarowski in motion again, but they're going to give it to Reardon up the middle. And he is stopped for basically no gain on that play.
Maybe a half a yard there or so.
Yeah, looking at this Crusader defense, they've allowed only 12 points all season, 6 in each of their basic games this year. So they've been a stingy defense. And this, we'll see the same formation a little bit, slot right. But looks like number 8 and 32 are switching sides here. When we look at it, Whitmore
wing
and Trevor Wilcox.
It looks like it'll be a timeout for Sparta.
Yeah, so
we'll
Sparta
rethink it.
It's going to be 3rd and 7 with 10:45 to go. So only 2 plays basically run here. But what do you think so far of, I guess, Sparta's defense and the Muskegon Crusaders off our defense?
Flip it, yeah. So far, I guess we're just trying to figure out. I think we're kind of just testing the waters. It's just seeing kind of push here, push there, seeing what really is going to work to start it off. Maybe set up another play here for a 3rd and long. But the Crusaders defense, they're really sticking to it. Only allowed 3 yards so far, maybe 2 yards. So I guess we'll see if Sparta has something under their sleeve for a 3rd and long here. But it's still early in the game, so we still have a lot of time to kind of see, kind of test it out and see what we'll go with.
Yeah. See if they're gonna test the freshman Nick Gordon's arm here.
I'd love to see it.
They come out in their wing packages. He does drop back. Looks like we got a little screen. Completely the same Whitmore. Sam Whitmore's gonna get 1st down and more, all the way up to the Spartans' 42-yard line. About a pass about 20 yards.
That's what we're looking for in Nick Gordon. The freshman Nick Gordon, he's got an arm on him, and if we can just get some momentum and him throwing the ball, I think that'll be a big start and a big push for our offense.
Yeah, very simple play. I think you ran the wide receivers out and just hit Sam underneath.
A quick little 5 and out, and he picked up about 15 on that. So
It looks like Coach Zurich likes it. We went to shotgun. Guys on both of his sides. You got twins left, slot right. No tight ends in the game. Catholic Central or Central Crusaders are doing 4-2, and they give the ball to, looks like, I think Michael Reardon, the wrestler, number 9, gets a nice gain of 9 yards on that.
Yeah, and you see with that open offense that we just spread out, it opened up the middle for a run. I think Crusaders were expecting us to pass again after we just successfully completed about a 15-yarder. So it opened up the run game. That's what I was saying about how we want to test it out and see if we can open up something later in the game. But we're first quarter, and we're kind of working all rotations of our offense right now.
Shotgun, running backs to both side, tight end left. It's going to be a run to the left from, I think, Taraski, number 6, or looks like it. And he's going to get a nice chunk. Hey, we're moving the chains.
It's another big run, first down. Moved it past the 50-yard line, so now we're in Crusader territory.
We welcome everyone in from listening from Sparta, listening from Muskegon. We're glad you're joining us here on Homecoming 2020 for the Spartans. Sparta twins right. Nick Gordon and shotgun, running backs both sides. Looks like we got a Gator to the right, but the Crusader was there. Number 30 on the play is Stout. He was stout on that.
Stout, very stout on that. I think a loss of about 3 right there. Looks like he almost didn't even get blocked, and he just blew that play up right from the start. So, yeah, that'll be a loss of about 3 for us.
Spartans will be 2nd and 13 just from the midway line here. Got twins to both sides. Offset running back to the right, Gordon and shotgun. Snap, it's a pass play. Throws the ball up, but to Dylan Taraski, but it is incomplete, which brings up a long 3rd down for the Spartans here.
Number 12 was there for the defense. I think it was Nick Gordon. He just first option look, and he kind of threw it over the middle of the field there. It could have been a risky pass, but he kind of kept it out of both arms' reach. So,
yeah, I think when I watched Nick Gordon for the first time last week, one thing I did notice, he loved going to Tarowski. Tarowski's his favorite receiver, and he kind of had that lasered in that I think he was going to go to him. So, as a young quarterback, you just got to continue to read your options and go from here. But it's 3rd and 13 for Spartans. They snap the ball. Got a wide receiver screen to the left that looked like it was set up pretty well.
I would say, yeah, that it looked pretty open. If he would have been able to hit his receiver, he just overthrew him. I think it's just maybe him being a freshman is that jitters on varsity. A big team that they're playing today, so I don't know. Just get the jitters out first quarter. But yeah, just misses receiver, and they'll be looking to punt.
Yeah, looks like we have number 9, Michael Reardon, back there to punt. The Spartans start at about the 22-yard line, got away midline, and they're gonna have to punt the ball. High snap. Good kick from Michael Reardon, but I think it caught. Is there air in is there wind blowing? It looks like there's a little wind, maybe.
Yeah, kind of took left and bounced out there about the 29. So Crusaders will take over on offense and look to see if they can get something rolling.
Yeah, Steve Zerwan's been the head coach for Muskegon Catholic Central for a while. When we look at it, they have won 4 state championships, maybe more, but from 2013 to 2016, they're pretty dominant in Division 8, and they will run the wing T. So see a lot of same stuff, and it's just going to be a tackle to the outside. Number 6 takes it around the corner. He's got an edge, and he gets a nice big gain as Joe Waller, the junior.
He's out to about the 49. Yeah, it's just basic trap or a basic wing T, and he runs it right to the left side, and he finds a huge hole. Looked like the end actually came in and set the edge, but he just found the little gap and took it about 15 yards to the outside. So,
Alex, right, any little gap these guys are trained to run through.
Right.
The linemen are foot to foot here. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders, and they'll run the same play, the opposite direction. And nice job that time by pinching down the end. There was nowhere to run, and they got 1 yard there.
It looked like it was Ben Post with a little action of our corner, number 2, Nicholas Schoonemaker on the edge right there to kind of set it and only let him allow 1 yard on that. So
yeah, you saw Sam Whitmore's the end on this side, and he just closed that gap. So it's gonna be a big night. him and Moose on the outside
Right.
definitely have to set the edge because they're going to be getting trapped.
That's huge. Is if you can enclose down that hole and make sure you're setting the edge. Those are the two gaps they're going to try and hit at you and trap up the middle and right off your end.
Second down, Crusaders are going to go pass. 17 is pretty open backfield. He lofts it up. It's caught at the 30-yard line. Nice game for the Crusaders.
And I think that was kind of a big play option for them because they were running it right down our throats for a second there, and I don't think Spartans were ready for a pass.
In lies the hidden secrets of the wing T offense.
Right.
They are going to lull you to sleep with a run, and then they're going to sneak out a pass. And that was a one-man route. There was only one person
And they
running
hit
a
'em.
route. During that whole thing, Gabe Johnson, the tight end, the senior, ran a little corner route for about a 20-yard gain.
And that's what they love to do. They love to just pound, and they'll sneak you 2 passes a game, 3 passes a game, but you always got to be ready for them.
First down and 10 from the Crusaders on Spartans 29. Outside trap, number 32, just running by, basically behind the gold helmets of the Crusaders all the way for about 9 yards there. So they had almost an army in front of them.
63 was just loading up, and he was hitting anyone in front of him, and he opened up the hole. So that number 12, is that Tommy Karts? He's a senior.
Yeah, it looks like their first game against Ludington, they had 6 people rush for 33 yards, which indicate they were probably trying to find their 3 true running backs back there.
Right.
So it looks like they have them, and there's Waller, number 6, up the middle for about another gain of 4 yards, and that's going to bring a first down for Crusaders on the Spartans, about 16-yard line.
And now this is going to really test our defense here if we can see if we got a good old goal line standing within the red zone. So this is where it comes down to the nitty-gritty, just stopping the defense or stopping the offense however you can.
Yeah, and Hopkins ran a little bit of a version of this last week, a little bit different, but the same concepts is you have to follow the offensive lineman. Wherever they go, the plays are going. So don't watch the running backs. You'll get confused. This is another just outside trap. And Samuel Whitmore sets the edge very nicely
Very
for
good.
about a 4-yard loss.
And that's a big thing with the wing T is you always follow your linemen because they will bring you to the play 99% of the time.
Exactly. You saw that was just a simple power to the outside. Samuel Whitmore just came in like a heat-seeking missile and got a nice tackle on number 12, the Karts, the senior. We are sorry for any mispronunciations of names. We are not great.
Just trying our
At it.
best here.
Yep. This is I would say an A- to B+ broadcasting. We didn't go to broadcasting school
Right.
or have any experience in broadcasting.
Doing the best we can, and we're making it good out of it.
Second 12, and Waller tries to get to the outside, but the edge is set, but he gets a nice stiff arm and gets some yards to make a more manageable 3rd and about 5 the Crusaders will have going into the Spartan end zone. So
Looks like Trevor Wilcox was there to make the tackle, and Waller just kind of reached out his arm and said, "Not today." He took the edge on us.
he
so.
said, "I'm a man.
He-
I'm 40. Get out of here."
Right.
So Waller with a great stiff arm to get around the edge because the Spartans had it bottled up. They did
Right.
what they were supposed to do. You got your corner. He's just got to make the play.
It looks like
one-on-one.
it was supposed to be kind of an inside, like a 6 or a 5-hole run, but he just bounced it out and he took the edge.
Yeah, a little bit different look. They have a slot receiver to the left, but they still have a tight end to the left. It's pitched to the left, number 12. He's going to be short. Might have a 4th and 1 situation coming up here for the Spartans early on.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be close. I think they're short. We'll
What do
see.
Coach Shuneman's on the sideline. What are you doing? You going for it?
Oh yeah, and in this case, when you're within the 10-yard line, you're definitely going for something like this. Early in the game, you really have nothing to lose. You're trying to just score first. The first team to put the score on the board you're kind of sitting good. So they're going for this.
And the
Spartan fans are
getting the feet stomping and warming them up here. As I said, it's chilly. I'd say it's about 47 degrees here. No sun.
about a 45, pretty close.
45.
weatherman.
I'm a
Okay.
farmer at sometimes in point, but
And it looks like they'll draw the Spartans off sides.
the nitty gritty. Watch the ball.
Rule number 1. Oof.
That's a specialty of Aaron Rodgers right there, getting people to jump offside. So that is going to gain a first down. That's going to be first and goal for Crusaders going in. They're going to be about the 3-yard line, which now it's just ground and pound.
4 plays, they're going to try and find it into the end zone. The Spartan defense getting the call in, the line up.
Looks like the Crusaders are going to have a slot left. They're going to be in that wing T. They're going to have a tight end to the left. They're going to pitch it left again. Same play. Waller looks like he's going to get out to the 1 yard line in a tough, hard run. You almost saw him at the end. Looked like he was going to extend that ball.
Was right. He looked like he reached out, and it almost looked like he kind of got pinned backwards, but he still got it down to the 1 yard line.
Yeah. I don't know who came up and hit him, but he almost basically bent him in half backwards.
Yeah, it was not good. The ruler breaking.
So 2nd and goal on the 1 yard line here. Full wing T for the Crusaders. And this is going to be a QB sneak up the middle, and he's going to put that in for a touchdown. The Crusaders strike first are on the board. They'll be up 6-0 pending a PAT, it looks like, as they come out to attempt from Carlton. So, recap of that drive. They started about their own 33-yard line.
Right.
Some good runs. They snuck a pass in there. Spartans had a couple loss of yard plays and tackling. But all in all, the Crusaders were able to kind of march on the field at will.
Right. They figured out a little offense of scheme the first drive, and Max Price, he got them their first touchdown of the game with a sneak up the middle.
Carlton, number 10, is good on the extra point there. So we will see the kickoff and kickoff return teams come back.
We got about 3 minutes left of the first quarter with the Spartans down 0-7 to the Crusaders.
Yeah, an injury report. Skittles, a.k.a. Melvin Foley Jr., is inactive today. Talked to him in the office after school. He had a shoulder injury, so he will be out. And Anthony Lamacusa, the junior, is also out as well. I don't know that injury, though. Did you hear?
The injury is undisclosed as of the info that we got.
HIPAA laws.
All I know is that Melvin, he was on the sideline. He was dancing a little bit, so we're hopeful for him for week 4. So,
yeah, as he told me, I wanted to play. They wouldn't let me. So, unfortunate, but we're always going to err on the side of caution here.
You always gotta listen to coaches, doctors. They'll tell you firsthand what you need to do. And being a player, you can't really go beyond what they say.
All right, Schoonamaker and Tarowski are back deep on the 1 yard line. Carlton kicks the ball off. He gets a good boot on it. He's going to catch it around. Tarowski's going to catch at the 8 yard line, taking his time, then jets up the middle, but it closes quickly. But he squared out.
Tackle.
And Tarowski is getting chased down the sideline.
And he might
I
go
don't
all
think
the
they're
way.
going to catch him. He's
He
going to go
will.
all the way for a Spartan touchdown.
And that was a 95-yard touchdown. Right through the middle, squirted out, kind of spun off a defender, and he was gone down the right sideline. Oh, my goodness. That is a big play for the first quarter like that.
Nick Powell was giving him chase, a fullback defensive lineman down the sideline, but Tarowski had too much speed and kind of put on the Jets about the 40-yard line and burned past them. But I'll tell you what, it didn't look like that was going anywhere.
No,
then
they closed it in right in the middle, and all of a sudden he just popped out, and he kept going. He ran all the way to the end zone.
That's why you never stop your legs,
Right
there. So Ashley Crowdry, number 17,
Bella
or Bella and Bella Valoni,
There
the
you go.
dynamic duo I like to call them. Bella Valoni would be kicking the PAT.
Just short.
Too much air, not enough distance on that one. So that will put the Spartans down 6-7 with 2:43. And we will see the other part of the dynamic duo, Ashley Crowdry, come on, kick the ball off here for the Spartans.
That was a big play. I don't think any of us were expecting that, but that was a good start, I guess, to our offensive scheme here.
Well, you can't have any better answer.
Right.
Crusaders scored. Very next play, Spartans basically take the ball 97 yards to the end zone with Tarowski giving life to the Spartans here in the first quarter. So Alec is a coach on the 7th and 8th grade football team. You want to give us a recap of what happened? You got Wednesday?
Wednesday, a nice rainy day on a Wednesday. 7th grade happened to lose. It was 0-12. But the 8th grade pulled out a win, 20-18. So
very nice. Ashley Cowdry kicks the ball to the 26-yard line, put some backspin on it. Like it was going back in the hole. And number 12, the senior Crates, gets it up to the 40-yard line where Crusaders will take over. So you said 7th grade lost?
7th
0-12?
grade lost. It was tough this year because there was no scrimmages, no really real feel of a game. So we were going off of just practice, and it was a testing point and seeing.
Like basically, here's the pads and helmets. Let's go.
That's pretty much it.
Sink or swim. Oh, this is a little bit rare. Here you go. The Crusaders come out, trips left, running back left in the shotgun slot right formation. Spartans are adjusting. Got a quick screen out to number 3. Pops right through his hands. And that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Right.
Everyone got a little excited.
Looked like they thought it might have been a backwards pass, so they wanted to jump on that ball, but refs are going to wave that dead.
And when you look at it, the Crusaders are, I wouldn't say built for throwing the ball just because they won the wing tee, not saying they can't throw it, but the bread and butter is going to be the wing tee. So anytime they get into that spread formation, I think you're going to see a lot of quick passes. Not saying they don't have any deep passes, but it's going to be relatively quick stuff.
That'll definitely be a time for us to take advantage. Try and find something on our defense, see if we can find a loophole in their offense.
2nd and 10, Twins both side. Guy left motion, left. Quarterback keeps it, goes up the middle. Looks like 65, Alex Vanderwip, and number 15, Hunter Borman on the tackle. The freshman
Getting in there. That's
freshman
cool seeing
linebacker.
that. I coached him at 8th grade last year, so seeing him on varsity, it's quite the look.
Coach Shuneman had a bunch of he had Rosema. What else do you have? Nick Gordon.
I had and then a Hunter Borma, and Rosema. So
very nice.
I taught him well, I guess. I coached him up nice for varsity. So
it looks like it. Looks like it. So it'll be 3rd and 3, or 3rd and 4 for the Crusaders here, and they're going to come out and spread again. Twins both sides, shotgun, offset back to the left here. See what they got up their sleeve. Motion again to the left this time. They're not going to give it to him, and he's going to keep it again. And they're going to get the first down. Still on his feet. People chasing him. Number 78.
Colby Vanderleest.
The big boy, rumbling and tumbling down there. I like to see a D lineman chasing those small guys
to
the outside.
Yeah, I was friends with his older brother, so I definitely saw that kid grow up, and he became a beast once his older brother kept picking on him, and Colby came out bigger than him one year, and it was game over after that for Colton.
Yeah, talking about the great shortstop Colton Vanderleest, who ended up playing at Aquinas for baseball. I think senior. Is he a senior?
Correct. Yep.
He is a senior this year. Chris Reyes come out, trips. They run a wide receiver screen. And number 12 creates. When we look at it, they got about 2 yards on the play, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Crusaders.
And it looks like 73 is that Moose. He looks like he's getting up kind of slow.
75?
No, 73, Justin Mentelowitz.
Oh, 75 is Seth Phillips. My mistake on that.
So Moose gets up, and he kind of looks like his leg's a little sore, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that.
He'll be all right. Tough kid.
One of the toughest I knew from last year.
You know what? As I say, the Crusaders run mostly wing T. They've come out and spread. Once again, Twins of both sides. Crusaders back. Looks like they had a screen. We definitely should have a flag on the play. 79 is halfway down the field, and he's an offensive lineman, but there is no flag to be found.
And the quarterback scrambles for about 6 or 7 yards there.
Yeah, Max Price with a nice little run.
Not far behind him was 75. Is that Seth Phillips close behind him?
Looks like that's probably going to be the final play of the first quarter here. Steve Zeroan walking to the other side. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Crusaders.
That'll take us into the second quarter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Armok.
Hey, thank you, Armok Mechanical, for what, like 10 years of support?
Thank you, Armok.
Thank you, Armok.
Well, thank you, Armok Mechanical Company, for contributing to the scoreboard on the new football field. It looks great.
Thank you, Armok.
Thank you, Armok.
Thank you, Armok.
Thank you, Armok Mechanical, for all you do.
Our school system is truly the heartbeat of our community. It's important to all of us at Armok Mechanical to support our schools and community as a whole.
Our mission at Choice One Bank is to provide superior service, quality advice, and show utmost respect to everyone we meet.
Many people look for changes in their lives, whether it's buying a house or even starting a business. We at Choice One Bank will be with you every step of the way.
The thought of having superior service, quality advice, and utmost respect appeals to many people.
We are Choice One Bank.
Go Spartans!
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we're back, and the Crusaders are working fast here. Number 6, Joe Waller took it off the left side and went all the way down for a touchdown for the Crusaders.
Pretty quick movement for them coming right off the commercial break. They wasted no time to get in the end zone.
No, I don't think he was touched through the whole thing, too. So kudos to the offensive lineman for the Crusaders right there. They popped out the end, and he got upfield pretty quickly, and he was gone before you knew it.
And that's when you're a running back, you go thank your lineman for getting a big hole. You're untouched. That's what you wish for.
Number 10, Carlton comes on.
Looks like it'll
field
be
goal
good.
Be good. So Crusaders take a 14-6 lead here early in the second quarter. And we'll see if Tarowski can't take one back to the house in order to potentially even up the game for the Spartans.
Bring this back us some life here. We'll look for Nick Gordon to come back on at QB.
As I said, it's homecoming here 2020, very different. No parades, no floats, no mock rocks, no games. Basically, the only fun thing we had today was Spartan football. Other than that, we were still sitting in classes and teaching, which is an all right thing, not the worst. But usually Sparta has a whole assembly all day. They're playing games, competing for a red apple. You want to give us a little perspective? We've both been there.
Right. Previously, being a student, and I know you being a teacher and all that, it's definitely one of the biggest things that happens in Sparta. It's what you look forward to the most in a year coming here. So it's definitely weird to see the lack of what we get to do because of COVID. So
yeah, as Carlton goes to kick off here, we've all experienced it. Just had a different feel today.
Right.
It wasn't homecoming.
No,
that's for sure.
It's homecoming, but it's not homecoming.
Yeah, very true. Carlton kicks off to Tarowski again. Surprised they ain't trying to avoid him. Tarowski's going to let it
be a touchback.
Roll into the end zone. As always, high school football doesn't matter if you touch it before the end zone. If it goes into the end zone, it's going to be an automatic touchback.
Right. So he could have touched it while his foot was in the end zone, and it would have been a touchback as well. But he just let it roll. So we will be taking offense at the 25. Oh, at the 20. We don't do that like NFL. Yikes.
Couple days away.
Right.
So Spartans and Nick Gordon's offense will come out here. We're going to have slot to the near side. Going to have Schoonamaker towards us. Tarowski on the other side with Reardon offset to the right.
Looks like he's scooching down, kind of compacting it a little bit.
Oh, that's going to be a play.
Yep.
I don't. Yeah, there. We had 2 men in motion. Tarowski and Scooney both were kind of going. And that is illegal in football. You cannot do that.
Confusion is real right now. I think they're still kind of figuring out what was supposed to happen here.
So, lifetime coach, longtime educator Steve Zurich gives the play call in for the Spartans. The good news is it's still first down. It's first down and 15. Spartans will spread it out, slot left, kind of a tight right. Tarowski in motion. He's going to get it to the outside, leading 77. Nice block by one of the Ashleys, and Tarowski gets up for a good gainer, got back the yardage they lost, plus some.
Right, he kind of hit that outside, and he found the hole, squeaked through, gained a few. It's the best you can ask for. Running into the boundary side, you don't have as much room to work with, so gaining as many yards as possible, it's definitely your first goal.
Spartans will line up again. 2nd and 8 here. Split right. Wings on both sides. Scooney in motion here. Nick Gordon's going to drop back and pass it. He's got Tarowski open, but just overthrew. He had number 12, the senior Crates, by a couple steps. He got sucked in, but just overshot him.
Threw him over maybe 2 yards over him. It was a good play call. He rolled out and he had him wide open. Just could not quite lead him.
I like the play call. I think the Crusaders thought we were going to be running the ball, get a
Right.
little more to make it more manageable. 3rd down and 8 for us. So we'll see. Probably going to have to go back to the air again. I like a screen right here. What do you think?
A quick pass, I think, would probably be our best option. Just quick few yards.
Crusaders are coming, though.
Oh, yeah. And he's pressured and overthrows it again.
Was intended for number 6, Dylan Tarowski. His favorite receiver, I'd have to say, by the amount of attempts he's went to him tonight. And the Spartans will have to punt. They're going to have Michael Reardon back there on 4th and 8. And number 5 for the Crusaders will be back. Rutz, Dane Rutz, a junior.
And the punt is off. And I think it goes out of bounds about the 45. Yep, that's what they'll mark it on, the 45.
Yeah, it looks like he got it off the side of the foot.
Rolled off of him.
So the Crusaders will take over here in Spartan territory at the 45-yard line as Max Price in this Crusaders offense comes out. We haven't had an answer for the Crusaders yet, though.
It's just kind of been score and score, and they switched up their offense, and it looks like they will come back to the wing.
Oh, it's not the wing.
Or
You got 3 in the backfield.
Yep, they got
twins right. Or trips. Twins right?
Oh, they're in
Might be tri-
shotgun. Okay,
Oh,
I
it is
see.
trips right. Shotgun. Offset to both. Number 6, Waller gets it. Has the edge out there. Gets it for a nice little 5-yard gain.
So they're just switching up kind of all their formations here, kind of doing the maximum here, going with whatever they can. And
You know what happened, though? They heard me say their bread and butter
right, and
was the wing
you
tee. and
jinxed
they-
it.
Yep. Someone's listening over there on the Crusaders sideline
we
to us.
got some microphones up here or something. I don't know.
We
looking
do have a
around
lot
here.
of fans, I imagine. There are a lot more people listening in
Right.
this week than last week and last year. And the Crusaders will come out, trips left, shotgun, offset right. Gets the ball, it's just an option play, and Max Price pitches it to Waller, and they get another 1st down after he's taken down by number 12 over there
Might
for the
be.
Spartans. Kyle Weeder
Yep.
on the tackle. There's another wrestler for you. Todd Toporski's listening anywhere. He jetted out this week, but he loved them wrestlers last week. He knows they're tough because he's coached them before.
And yeah, we're just trying to find something to slow down this Crusaders offense, but yeah, this defense we're rumbling, and well, their offense is rumbling against us. Sorry.
Trips left, motion to the right. Handoff to number 12, but Samuel Whitmore there for the tackle. Very nice job. Keep him to a 1-yard gain.
So Tommy Karts gets it on the outside. Yeah, only about a gain of 1. So that's a good start to a 1st down drive. You like to maybe just hold them to 1, 2 yards.
And I tell you what, the left tackle for Crusaders, I mean, he looks pretty big up here. 77.
77.
Jaden Johnson, he's a junior. He looks big from up here, and I'm pretty far away.
He's taller than all the rest of their linemen.
There's got some big boys. And we're going to have trips left, offset right for Max Price. He's going to get it, and he's going to almost an RPO action. Gets it out, running towards that, and throws it to number 5 for the Crusaders, which is Dane Rutz.
There's a lot of blue jerseys over there. It was a quick pass, so not much time to get downfield for the blockers, but I still got a gain of 5, get about a 4.
I mean, I think there was a Chris Berman whoop in there because I thought there was 12 Spartans running over there, and he gave a juke to the inside and managed to get positive yards.
Still squeeze it through
that play.
So they'll go back to their bread and butter.
Here it is. Back to the win tee. Watch the offensive lineman. And Waller's just going to come off the outside to the left, and he's got a big link. And looks like he got tripped up by Seth Phillips, or it was going to be a very big gain for the Crusaders there. So Seth Phillips with a shoestring tackle.
And with you saying about 77, he was rumbling on the outside there, and that's a big boy coming at you, so you better get low.
They got him. Number 79's a big boy, too. Alex Barnhill, he's a junior. Bringing all these guys back.
So able to stop him for now a 4th down here. Hoping to get an answer for the defense.
Sparta faithful stomping their feet again for noise and probably for warming up purposes. And they're in their wing T offense here as the Crusader comes out and looks like Steve Zerwan doesn't like what he sees. He's going to call a timeout, talk it over with his team as it's a big play here.
Smart.
With 8 minutes and 31 seconds to go on the clock when we look at this.
So both teams have used one timeout this half.
What are you thinking here?
It's from going for their bread and butter. I mean, it's you never know because they might spread it out. But I mean, they only have 2 yards to gain. So do they trust their guys just to get them those 2 yards up the middle? Maybe a quick outside run. I don't know what they're gonna try here.
I'm gonna just say a power off tackle.
Something.
I think Wohler, number 6, is gonna get it off tackle here. I think Seth Phillips and Sammy Whitmore have done a pretty good job with setting the edge.
Right.
So I think that's gonna be the key matchup if they do go off tackle. They haven't really went with a fullback up the middle.
No, you'd see some trap here and there, but they're just kind of pounding our edges. But yeah, if they go off tackle, they've kind of been cutting it up pretty good because our contain is there. But we usually should have a backer to kind of fill that hole, and they just haven't been there. So we'll see what they decide to go with here.
From the stampede of the fans, Crusaders line up, Spartans line up. They got 60 linemen. It's going to be off tackle to the left, and it's just a slew of Crusaders on the left side gaining the first down to the Spartans' 20-yard line.
We'll take 5 yards on that play. So with the edge setters, it's still they're pounding it through and finding that extra couple yards, hammering it in there. This is the time that Spartans need to look for a big defensive stop.
Turnover time. The big turnover, but Crusaders come out in that wing T offense.
Looking to probably run this ball.
The off tackle to the right kind of counter action. Samuel Whitmore does I think that's not Sam. Does a nice job on I think it's the pulling tackle or maybe the running back there. He kind of got inside of him, didn't let him kick him out. Made a nice tackle.
And that's a big thing, too, is if you can take on the lead blocker and still make a tackle, you're doing something good for the team right there.
About yard to 2 on the run for Crusaders. Bring up 2nd and 8 there.
They just entered the red zone, so now they're in the 20.
Get that wing T. Spartans running kind of a 5-4 inverted. Going to be a pass, and he's open downfield, but he's not going to be able to make it. Max Price sells 32 or 33. Nick Powell a little short on the play.
Had him open, and it looks like, is it 32?
We don't have a 32. We have a 30 and a 33.
Something
so is
with
it
a 2.
Stout or Nick Powell? So
22? 22.
22?
22.
My eyes have deceived me. Oh, Sam
Convertini
must be an Italian guy.
And Max Price just missed him, just underthrew him a tiny bit, but he had him open on the corner route there.
3rd and 9. They go to an I formation
I.
here. Interesting. Maybe they're taking 2 downs here. Fakes it to the back, throws it out. Nice ball by Max Price, but just goes through the hands of, was that number 6, Wohler Waller on the outside.
He did a nice little cut to the outside, wide open. Just couldn't hang on to that ball.
No, number 5, excuse me. Again, Dane Rutz on the drop right there. But perfect throw by Max Price. They had the first down. Looks like their offense is going to stay out here. And I tell you what, this could spark a lot of life into the Spartans if we could get a turnover on downs.
Right,
here.
this would be big.
Obvious passing situation for the Crusaders. I think they might go with the hard count here, so hopefully defense has learned to watch the ball.
And Spartans still with the 1 safety set right now.
Crusaders come out. Wing T passes it. Price running around back there. He's got some room. And it looks like he's going to be able to pick up the first down there for the Crusaders and get down 1st down and goal.
Looks like a gain of about 10 and put them in 1st and goal. He scrambled away and he made it clear that he was not going to take that turnover right there.
Props to Max Price on the play. He was running around, created some space, basically created a play for himself. He was playing Madden out there, Mike Vick mode, probably like 04.
That was definitely an 04 Mike Vick, yes.
And he's ended the game.
It seems
to gain the first down for the
right.
Crusaders. We're first and goal at the 7-yard line. They're going to go back to the wing tee here. I'm imagining we're going to see some ground and pound right now.
Oh, quick pitch to the left. And he's short.
And be second and goal from the 1-yard line. Yeah, that quick pitch. We've seen kind of the same repetitions of play when they go out wing tee. There's a pitch to the outside. They're off tackle. We've yet to really see them go up the middle. A couple pass plays.
Kind of utilizing more of the outside here until the Spartans can kind of find an answer for that. I think they're gonna keep repping that.
It's very true. If it's broke, don't fix it.
Maybe look for a quarterback keeper again, and that's what they'll do. And she signals that he's in.
Another QB sneak. Like Max Price took it in from the 1-yard line. As he goes in and scores for Crusader, bringing the score 20-6 for Muskegon with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, as Carlton will come out to Beath and attempt his third PAT, see if he can be perfect this evening.
The ball is up, and wow, a lot of room, and he got it.
A lot of people in his face. I don't think he looked up. I think he would have got scared a little bit.
Right.
So 21-6 Crusaders midway through the second quarter. Looks like the Crusaders are getting it done on the ground. I think for some drops, they'd be getting it down through the air as well. So everything's working for them offensively.
Right.
Defensively, they have not let up points, even though we got 6. It was on a special teams play.
Right.
So Spartans put themselves in the hole with a penalty last time.
Looking to just kind of get some new life in them, kind of spark something here. With it coming up to half, you want to go into half with a high pedestal and do something here to kind of spark life for the second half.
Agreed. Carlton will tee the ball up here. And it is. Spartans have to have an answer when we look at it. This drive is pivotal to kind of the game, that if they do go 3 and out and give the ball back to the Crusaders, there's no signal of them slowing down or us slowing down that offense. So we got to keep the ball and keep our defense off the field.
And I believe we received at the beginning of the game, so I think we'll kick at half.
That's how it usually goes. So Dylan Tarosky takes it from about the 10-yard line and gets all the way up to the 19. That's where the Spartans will take over as Nick Gordon comes out again.
We'll see if they look to answer his prayers to the sky with some passes here. So the offense will take the field.
Spartans will look for a more spread offense. Running backs offset both sides. Nick Gordon in the shotgun. Twins left. Scooney to the right by himself. Muskegon Catholic Crusaders a 4-2, and they're going to give the ball to Reardon, but there is nowhere to go right there in the middle.
There's a swarm of Crusaders right in the middle. Just a little off tackle play. And it was smart, kind of spread the field a little bit and maybe see what you can gain on the ground there up the middle, but Crusaders defense was ready for it.
Yeah, they weren't feeling that one. It's going to be a loss of 1. Spartans can be 2nd and 11. They come out in the spread formation again. Got a tight end right. Samuel Whitmore, offset backs. Gordon takes it. It's going to be a little trap off the right end, and Tarowski looks like he's going to get some positive yards on that one and got to make it 3rd and 8. So Spartans will be faced with a long 3rd down again.
And I definitely think you look for the pass on this play. It's 3rd and long. They need something to start their offense rolling. With 5 minutes left in the half, you're definitely going to try and go in the air on this play.
Spartans again, twins left. Scooney by himself up to the boundary. Crusaders in a 4-2 look. Linebacker scoots out. Looks like it's going to be a screenplay, but Nick's going to improvise and off the hands of Schooneymakers into the hands of
Wow.
73 Justin Mentelowitz, and he rumbles for about 4 yards. It looked goofy, but it got the job done, and
I don't quite think that's how the play was drawn up, but
looks like they were going to a quick screen left right there, but it was covered up by the Crusaders. So they decided, or Nick Gordon decided to throw it to Schoonemaker, kind of sitting out here in the boundary, bounced off his fingertips, and basically went in the hands of Justin Mentelowitz. And looks like the Spartans are going to elect to punt on 4th and 2 here, as Reardon is back in the punt formation at the 15-yard line. Good snap. Good kick.
good
Got some
spin on the
spiral
ball.
on it. Good punt.
Couple good bounces. Now we're in their territory at the 40 or 38, sorry.
Lots of time left. 3:48 on the board. Crusaders will have it. Going right to left. Coming into your living room when we look at it.
So yeah, the Spartan offense couldn't get something rolling. I don't know if it was offensive line, maybe not blocking for long enough. But Nick was getting swarmed right away. He had to get rid of it.
Yeah, Crusaders, fast, big, showing their athleticism here, and they're going to come out in the spread offense. Twins both sides, running back offset right. Probably going to get some motion, I would say. Nope. Straight back, pass to number 3, little quick out. Covered up quickly by number 2, the junior Schoonemaker, for only a gain of 2. Nice job there.
An interesting play for the Crusaders. They got 3.5 minutes left. I think they were either going to try and run down the clock and maybe go into half with the lead, but it seems to me that they might try and pound in one more score before half.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for Crusaders. Seems like they're just going back and forth. One series they're going to run spread, one series they're going to run wing T. They haven't mixed up too much, but same formation. Twins both sides, offset right. Snap back to Price. He rolls around to the right side. He's got some open field, and he's showing some speed as he gets all the way up to the 49-yard line of the Sparta Spartans, and that will be a first down.
He breaks past the 50. It looks like at the 49, Spartan territory. Yeah, he didn't see much in the air, so he just took it himself, and he's making the plays for himself.
Reminds me of a little bit of Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray.
MVP season this year.
Could not take down the Detroit Lions last week, though. Typical Detroit Lions play up to the competition, beat the teams they're not supposed to beat, lose to the teams they're supposed to beat. So Crusaders will have it first down and 10 on the 49-yard line of Spartans. They're going to have a trips to the right, offset, running back to the right, slot left. Ooh, and Max Price gives a good fake. He can shimmy and shake. I'll tell you what, that guy moves.
Right. And when he moves, he's moving quick and he's shifty. He is just all over the place.
Yeah, he is quick. I tell you what, I don't even know if I'd bust my ankles. I think they'd just be frozen. So he, with a good run, 2nd and 2 for the Crusaders. But, yeah, he gave a good, quick fake
Right, it almost looked like he was going to try and, a quick fake, and then he just took it straight up the middle.
Whoever was on the edge was probably responsible for him.
Right.
Decided, ooh, that ball looks pretty nice. Got the fake, went out, and he just went up the middle. So you got to key on your responsibilities when you're looking
Don't bite on fakes. I mean, that's how he good fake. It almost got us up here, so.
Twins on both sides. Pump fake. He's looking for the touchdown ball. Number 5,
Ooh.
Dane Kutz. Got it on his hands. It was a good ball. Good coverage by the junior Nicholas Schoonemaker, though. All around, I'd say a good play. If he can haul it in, it's a good offensive play.
Right on the fingertips, and he just didn't bring it down. I think that's a big thing with this offense right now is when they are passing it, he's hitting his receivers, just they're not bringing it down.
You gonna call that a drop? Because I think that would be 3 drops.
Right.
I think
The quick out route, that ball right there.
Price is showing that he is a very I'd kind of categorize it close to elite quarterback.
Elite, yes. That's what I was thinking.
He can run and he's shown that he can throw. So they go back to their bread and butter wing tee, offset tackle from number 12, and he's gonna have a first down as Karts is going to keep the chains moving.
They'll be at the 36-yard line.
So 1 minute and 27 seconds left here. Crusaders just been basically ticking at the clock. Wonder if they're going to start speeding it up here a little bit. They do have 2 timeouts left, but you don't see them. Maybe a little pickup of the pace.
Right.
Come back out in their wing tee. Counter play. A lot of movement back there.
Spartans were ready for it.
Just looked like everyone was standing around for a second, did it?
Quarterback did a little, he kind of hit the ball behind him and then finally handed it to the receiver. So Spartans were definitely ready for that play.
As the seconds tick off, you see no urgency from the Crusaders here to go any faster. Good news for us. 47 seconds. So
looks like they'll just try and, I don't really know what they're going to try and do here.
They got 2 timeouts. They had plenty of time.
Yeah, with a minute and a half, but now they're just kind of letting it tick. So looks like they're going in spread now.
Twins both side off shotgun right. Quick little out to number 12, Carts, the senior, and it looks like he's gonna get a. Oh, it looks like he stepped. They're saying he stepped out the 30-yard line of the Spartans, so it's gonna be
so smart for them to stop the clock.
3rd down and about 3 for the Crusaders of Muskegon.
We'll see if they try and punch in here with 30 seconds left.
Feel like we're watching Notre Dame a little bit with those patented gold helmets.
Right. And lucky for them, they snuck into a conference this year for college football, so it's going to be interesting to see. At the beginning of the year, we didn't know if they were going to play.
Are you a Notre Dame fan?
I am not, no.
State fan?
Do I tell everyone what I am? I don't
You can be whatever you want to be.
Well, it depends on what you are. That's
I'm
why
a Michigan fan.
Oof.
So the Crusaders come out in a tight bunch to the left, slot right. Price is going to drop back. He's going to shimmy. He's going to shake, do a little spin move, hit the circle button. He's going to get a 1st down to the Spartans' 25-yard line. The clock automatically stops in high school football on a 1st down. Be interesting to see if Zeron uses a timeout here, as they got 2. Beyond popular belief, you can't bring those in for halftime and get them back in the second half.
All right.
So it looks like they're finally going to take one.
With
I think they took one, and
might have to add some time onto that clock. We'll see what they do.
May have a Michigan State thing going on here. Clock game, getting an advantage, home field advantage.
Right.
That going on. So Michigan State, everyone's playing football again.
End of October, that's what they're shooting for.
The world is healing itself as we look at it. So I don't know who the Spartans open with. I know Halloween, spooky season, Michigan State. Do you have any predictions for this one, Shoneman?
This year, I can't really tell you what I think it's going to be. With previous years, you have predictions, and it just hasn't turned out the way that everyone's thought. So it's hard to tell right now. Plus, with not playing yet, so I mean, I don't really know what weapons are for both sides of the teams, and it's just a waiting game at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of the whole 2020 has been a waiting game.
Very true. So there was no time put on the clock. The Crusaders just let 6 seconds tick off before he timed out. Price will come back here, throws a little swing pass to his running back. Number 5, I think it was. Rutz on the catch. And he gets out of bounds for a 1-yard gain. And there's 9 seconds to go. So
looks like
maybe Crusaders still have 1 timeout. So they can still take a chance at the end zone here and catch it and still take a timeout and could potentially kick a field goal.
Right. See if they trust Carlton.
Yeah, I guess I'm just
he's made 3 field goals so far, so if they
3
go
PATs,
for that.
Yep. Just a little confused. They had 3:42 left on the clock when they started driving about the 40-yard line and kind of slow played it until now. Twins both sides, shotgun offset left. Price drops back, surveying, throws a nice ball up, and it's a good defended by number 32, Trevor Wilcox, the sophomore.
It looked like he was following his receiver the whole time. Some man defense that was really well defended. And now we'll see Carlton come out and try and attempt this.
42-yard field goal right now.
We'll see what he makes of this. 3 for 3 so far, so.
I mean,
on PATs, so much shorter than this, so.
Yeah, I can't. This is going to be interesting. This is like when Janikowski took a 76-yard field goal back in the day. He gets it up, line drive. Spartans are going to grab it.
And he's in the
I
end
don't
zones.
think high school football you can do that.
Can't advance it.
No, you cannot. Clock did not run beyond popular belief. It should run every play, so that 2 seconds should probably run off the board. And we are going to go into halftime here, maybe.
1 second.
Looks like the Zebras are winding it and saying it's going to be halftime.
There we go.
So we go into halftime here. Crusaders are up 21-6 against the Sparta Spartans. Homecoming 2020. We are going to have our superintendent, Mr. Bush, and Mr. Owens here for a halftime interview. So we shall let them take over.
So stay tuned.
After the commercial break.
This is Matt McCallum, CEO of Great American Media Services. I want to thank everybody who supported the bond to build these beautiful facilities. I also want to thank everyone who gave money for the digital scoreboard so we can have great technology at our game. Go Spartans!
There's no better way to understand the subtle differences in the quality of a product until you try it out for yourself.
The Kubota was very comfortable.
I did like how the Kubota felt more balanced and stable. Kubota's quality, I'll stand behind a Kubota tractor anytime.
Feel the Kubota difference for yourself at your local Kubota dealer.
Dr. Flexo here. Today I want to talk to you about 2 new Tessa secure mounting tapes. Tessa has enhanced their secure foam tape line by adding 2 new products. It is the 52816, which is a medium durometer tape, and the 52814, which is a hard durometer tape. These 2 products complement the existing products, the 52818, which is the yellow, which is an extra soft foam, the 52817, the red, which is a soft foam, and the 52815, which is a medium hard foam. So the 2 new offerings give us a medium durometer in the 52816, purple, and a hard durometer in the 52814 with the green logo. So these 2 products should help complement your existing line and help you achieve your quality objectives.
Good evening, Sparta Nation. Once again, it's halftime here at Spartan Stadium, and I have the distinct privilege of sharing the booth with our Superintendent, Pete Bush. And thank you for coming in today again, Mr. Bush. We appreciate you being here. Let's go ahead and start right off with how things are going to be different next Friday, starting October 9th.
Well, first of all, thanks, Paul. Your crew's doing a great job again. I'm so happy that we're able to continue to provide the opportunity for people to watch at home because of the limitations to our spectators. So it's really nice again, and thankful that we have people able to watch at home. But as you mentioned, there have been some changes that came about last week, which are going to allow us to open up the opportunity for more spectators here in the next week. Starting on October 9th, we'll be able to increase capacity at both indoor and outdoor athletic facilities. So we're in the process. I've had some conversations with Kelly Ryder, and we'll talk with the OK Conference more this week. But we're hopeful that we could have up to 500 people in our gym for indoor events and up to 1,000 people in our stadium starting next Friday for our next home football game. So that's encouraging that we can continue to open a few more things up and get some more people on hand to watch our kids compete.
That is good news. That's fantastic. I know that there's a lot of grandparents and siblings that haven't had the opportunity to watch their family members in person. So that is good news. More good news, let's talk just a moment about the budget that was just signed into law on the 30th, one day before the October 1st deadline.
Yeah, the legislators passed a budget last week, and our governor signed it on Wednesday this week, just before October 1st deadline. And the good news is that our funding for this school year has stayed flat. And normally I wouldn't be here saying that flat funding from one year to the next is a good thing. But back in the spring, when things really closed down, we really expected the sky to fall a little bit on our tax and things in the state of Michigan, which was going to have a severe impact on school funding. Fortunately, with some of the stimulus funds that came in and the way things have recovered. We were able to stay flat this year. We're actually going to get a one-time $65 per student increase, which is actually going to be a small increase. It's not much, but every little bit will help this year with everything that we're dealing with. And there have been some federal stimulus funds that have come through as well. So we're encouraged. The other good news is our enrollment is very stable this year.
Excellent.
I know a lot of schools were worried about losing kids, during the pandemic. Fortunately, our community has continued to support us. Our kids are still here. And so our funding should be very stable for this school year.
That is outstanding. It's a lot of good news, especially since times have been uncertain and so many different levels. Anytime that we get those positive signs, it's welcomed. So let's talk just a moment about, we have students that have had choices that could either study here in person or they could study virtually. Is that a choice that they make and then they're with that choice? I'm talking specifically about high school. Are they with that choice for the rest of the school year, or is there a time when they can make a change to that choice, and what would that look like?
Yeah, Paul. I mean, at the start of the year, like you said, we gave parents a choice because there were so many unknowns, with the pandemic. And we actually have about 500 students, K-12, who have chosen to learn through Sparta Virtual this year instead of coming face to face. And that was a few more than we initially expected, but we were able to make adjustments and get our staffing ready to go. And for the most part, after a few bumps in the first couple of weeks with anything new like that, I think things have gone fairly well. I do know it's a challenge for our kids at home. It's a challenge for our parents at home. Because you really become your child's first teacher, when you're working with them, and you have to keep them on task, and that is a challenge. Initially, we asked our elementary families to make a 12-week commitment if they were going to go to Sparta Virtual, and our middle school and high school students to make an 18-week or a semester-long commitment. And the primary reason for that is just staffing. If we're going to dedicate teachers to teaching classes or doing things a certain way, we certainly don't have the ability every week to make a change in staffing and a change in schedules. So we wanted to do it either on the trimester or the semester basis. So, our elementary parents who are learning in Sparta Virtual right now, they should expect to get some communication in about the next 3 to 4 weeks from their principals, asking for them to let us know whether or not they'd like to come back after the first trimester or stay virtual. And at the same time, if a parent of a student who's face-to-face is not feeling comfortable and wants to move to Sparta Virtual, that would be an opportunity at the elementary level to do that as well. And at the secondary level, at middle school and high school, they're going to get that opportunity in January to make that decision based on what they feel is best for their kids and best for their family.
I think that is so good, especially since things change and the news changes from week to week. And speaking of that, I received an email. Again, we spoke a little bit about last week how, at least I'm very encouraged and very proud of our district, how transparent we are. On our website now, I noticed that there's a way for us to go through our website and be able to check what has been reported to the Kent County Health Department, not just for our school, but all the schools. So just maybe if you can just kind of highlight what's on our website as far as what people can go and check out and see.
Well, first thing, Paul, we have our return to school banner right on our main page when you go there. So anyone who clicks on that return to school banner will take you to our page that not only has our full return to school plan that our board adopted in August, it also has our extended plan, which our board just adopted this past Monday night. There's not a lot of differences in that plan. There was just a change in the legislation that required us to reaffirm our plan. And we're going to have to continue to do that every month for the remainder of the school year. What you mentioned is something we've been working together with Kent ISD and all the districts in the county on, is how do we continue to be very transparent and make sure that people have the information that they'd like to know about this virus in their district. And so we launched a dashboard countywide on Monday that anyone can go to. It's linked right on that page. You can drop down and choose the school district. And then you can see how many cases, how many positive cases we've had among staff and students. Certainly we can't give real specific information about, personal information, but at least it gives the community an opportunity to see how many cases we've had, what dates they've occurred on. And we're going to continue to update that every Monday so that next Monday at 3 o'clock, that'll be updated by the ISD and everyone will have the latest information that's available through the health department.
That's fantastic. Of course, as a technology teacher, anytime I see technology being leveraged, I get a little bit excited. So that's fantastic. Let's talk just a moment about what's coming up. I know that our school board has done a fantastic job of working with you and your entire leadership team. But we do have an election coming up, and maybe just a moment about your viewpoint as far as how important it is to vote, not who to vote for, of course, but just because we're a community that is supported by, we're a school district that's supported by our community. And so maybe just talk a moment about your hope as far as how you would like our community to be involved.
Well, as you said, Paul, it's no secret that an election's coming up. I mean,
Right.
everybody's seen all the ads, and this is a national election, a state election. But I think, as you mentioned with school board, it's a local election as well. And I think this election, it's very important that everybody gets out to vote. And when you say get out and vote this year, I know that's a little different because, a lot of people, everyone has the opportunity to vote absentee as long as they, request their ballot and do so. But I really think it is critical this year that people do take the opportunity to vote in whichever form they choose to do so, and get out and vote in those national, state, and local elections. We do have 3 board member seats that are open for re-election this time. We do have 2 of our incumbent board members who are running for re-election. As you said, our board has done an outstanding job as we prepared and done everything this fall. We do have a couple new candidates that are running for our seats as well. So I would just encourage people to, look and see who the candidates are, do their own research on who they think is going to be best suited to serve on our school board, and get out and vote in those local elections because, as you said, our board does an outstanding job. It's not an easy job. It's almost a thankless job many times.
That's right.
And our board members have made that commitment to try to improve our community through their involvement in our schools. And we want to make sure that our community continues to support those people that do that work.
I can't thank you enough for coming in today. Every time that we have a moment to chat, I'm always invigorated and inspired. And I'm thankful for the way that we have been led so far through this crisis. And I feel like we're in great hands. So thanks again for coming out, and I can't wait for the second half, and we can watch the Spartans go out and hopefully pull off some Spartan magic.
Well, thank you, Paul. I appreciate the opportunity to be here again and chat a little bit. And you're right. Let's hope our Spartans get back on the field here, get a quick score, and get right back in this game.
Go Sparta.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kurt Lang, and this is my wife, Kelly. I am the chiropractor and co-owner of Vibrant Life Chiropractic here at Knapp's Corner on the East Beltline. We're both 2008 graduates of Sparta High School, and when we were in high school, chiropractic changed our lives, and we hope that it can change yours as well.
We're very excited to meet you and your family and to serve you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kurt Lang, owner and chiropractor of Vibrant Life Chiropractic located at Knapp's Corner on the East Beltline. I'm a 2008 graduate of Sparta High School, and chiropractic changed my life when I was in high school, and I want to share it with you.
Vanderwerf and May Builders Incorporated are dependable and affordable experts in constructing agricultural buildings in polyurethane closed cell foam insulation commonly used in the fruit vegetable storage industry. They have been the industry leader in post-frame construction and quality custom buildings since 1990. They provide complete project management and construction from concept to completion. Vanderwerf and May Builders Incorporated.
Van Hydraulics Incorporated, machining and fabricating, your industrial mobile hydraulic repair facility. When it comes to industrial, commercial, or mobile machining, fabricating, and welding, we are the authority.
All right, back to Spartan Stadium here for the second half. Crusaders will kick off to the Spartans, and we will see if we can get our defense be able to stop the Crusaders. They were able to stop them, or you could say the clock kind of stopped them because they ran out of time.
Right.
But the Spartans will start on defense, Crusaders on offense. When you look at the Crusaders have been driving the ball pretty well. I've been most impressed with their quarterback for the Crusaders. Max Price, he's been shifty. He's been able to, you'd say he's a play creator. Basically, give him the ball. He's going to get back there.
Let him work with it.
Yeah. Great speed, great agility, good ball. He's kind of got it all. He's an all-in-one package. We just heard from the Crusaders radio on 91.3 that he's also a heck of a baseball player, and will probably play baseball in college over football. But that's one man's opinion. But he looks pretty good on the football field as well.
I think a big point that the coaches must had to make going into the locker room was just trying to get them. We need to get something stopping this offense, especially Price. Just trying to find some sort of maybe formation or something that'll get them to actually get a defensive stop coming up here. So we'll see if they can pull up a stop here.
Yeah, this is where the money is made for the coaches, being able to develop schemes quick and in the game in order to be able to be successful in the second half when we look at it. Yeah, we'd like to thank all of Mr. Owen's students and people up here running the broadcast. Got to give them a big shout out because of what they're bringing into your living room and phone, tablet.
Yeah, without them, none of this would be possible. Because me and Morris, we're just here. We're kind of the dummies. We talk and we have the easy job, but they do all the behind the scenes and they're awesome. They get this started up. They have the broadcast running, and the work they do is amazing.
Got Jake Post up here running schematics, I guess you'd say. You got Paul Owens running camera and Maya Lamakusin running the camera, the sibling of Antonio Lamakusa up here as well. So it's kind of a family old deal, a school old deal. So it's been going good so far.
We're having some malfunctions with Morse's phone here.
Trying to get some of the scores.
Because he's got Sprint or something.
So, got 1:09 left on the clock until kickoff of the second half. Looking forward to the weekend. Lions against Saints. What do you have there for a prediction?
I'm going Saints on this one. Drew Brees hasn't really been throwing deep downfield, but he's got the weapons. I think he's going to have the upper hand here against the Lions.
Is Michael Thomas back this week?
I from recent news is what I heard. I hear he's doubtful.
Well, that's good news for the Lions, I guess.
Right. And like you said earlier, the Lions beat the teams that they're not supposed to, so it might be looking up for us.
Who them? Not the Saints, hopefully. Looking at OK Silver scores, Belding is up 20-6 on Godwin Heights in the third quarter. Try and figure out the rest of the games that are being played in the Silver. Some local scores, Grand Rapids West Catholic and Spring Lake are 0-0.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, Muskegon Big Reds are only up 14-7 on the Muskegon Reese Pufford. Cedar Springs is losing 21-8 halftime. Rockford is up 14-7. And we are about to get underway here for the second half of our homecoming 2020 football game as Ashley Cowdery kicks it off. Nice kick to about the 20-yard line. Picked up by Waller, number 6 at the 20. Gets jetted up all the way to the 40 pretty quickly. Maybe we'll have him down actually at the 37, it looks like.
41. Oh, 37. Ball was on the 41.
And they'll look to start their offensive drive.
I think the Crusaders are going to be in no hurry here to kind of give the Spartans back the ball. They're going to continue to probably play the ground and pound game as they come out in the wing T offense.
Right, as long as they have the ball, I think they're just going to try and slowly run down the clock.
Number 12 off the end, and it looks like Samuel Whitmore, the junior, is going to get there with a nice tackle. Excuse me, that was Dylan Tarosky, number 6.
Good to play the edge right there. I think I think he lost, maybe gain/loss of nothing. This guy.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. When we look at it, defensive line for the Spartans. Got Nate Dawson, Samuel Whitmore, Seth Phillips, Metellowitz. As I said, Crusaders in no hurry. It's going to be a
trap.
Fullback.
There's their trap.
Fullback finally gets a carry on the night. That is number 33, I believe. 33 for Crusaders. Nick Powell, our junior.
Gain of 4.
Going to bring up a long 3rd down for Crusaders. See if they'll put it in the hands of their shifty quarterback, Max Price, back there. See if he can't make some magic happen.
I think that was one of the first traps we've actually seen this game. They haven't gone with a trap much, just kind of outside tackle run.
Yep, wing tee offense, pitch the outside to Waller. He gets a face mask, but looks like I think we're going to get a holding on the play. Jaden Johnson, the big tackle, right tackle.
Yep.
Looks like he had a hold of Tarosky a little too much on that play and is going to end up causing a holding penalty. So good job by Tarosky getting that holding call. So what do you think here? Decline, accept. You're going to have 4th down and about 5.
It looks like they're going to accept this.
Mark Chapman's pointing, wondering where the ball is going to be here. Make his decision as he is in their 4th year of coaching here at Sparta.
Yep, 4th. Yep, he came in my senior year.
Alex played under Coach Mark Chapman. Any words? Got to know him for 1 year?
Yeah, so with our coaching staff previous to him, he definitely came in and he just brought the leadership out in all of us, him and his staff. Big shout out to Vberg. He was my coach that I had because I was a DB. So the coaching staff is great. They're awesome. They're excellent with kids, and they really know football. So definitely some guys to look up to.
Awesome. As the Crusaders actually take a spread. No one in the backfield, just Price alone. It's going to be about 3rd and 18 motion here. Max fakes. Dumps it off the middle. Ooh, a good ankle tackle by number 21, Gunnar Busen on the play. And they get back basically to the original line of scrimmage for 3rd down.
So yeah, accept or decline. They're kind of at the same spot they would have been.
Crusaders get up to the ball fast. This is a different pace than what they usually have. Shotgun, twins right. I'm going to do a little pooch punt.
Yep.
And then Max Price with a very nice pooch punt from about the 47-yard line. And he continues just to do it all.
It really is, yeah.
I heard if Carlton was not kicking the field goals, Max Price would also be the field goal kicker as well.
Right, they're putting him everywhere. Sparta will try and come find an answer with this offense.
All right, Nick Gordon back in the shotgun. Twins right. Running backs to both sides of them. Slot left. Hands the ball off to Tarosky up the middle. He had space for a quick second, but the Crusaders packed that hole and limit the run to about gain of 1.
They're just trying to find an answer to anything right here. Looks like Crusaders defense is pretty much all over everything the Spartans are doing in this.
Yeah, I really think the Spartans need to go to the air a little bit if they can, kind of loosen up this defense.
Exactly.
Linebackers are flying to the ball, so Spartans spread out again. You have twins both side, offset running back to the right. Crusaders running around trying to figure some stuff out. Nick Gordon drops back. That's 32. It's He's going to put it up for Taraski once again, but looks like he was just a little too far.
And I don't know if maybe Nick Gordon needs to just kind of settle down, bring those nerves down a little bit, but he seems to be overthrowing most of his receivers. And that could just be freshmen coming in here just trying to take over this varsity team and just trying to get something rolling. So I think he just needs to take it down a level and just play his game.
Yeah, like as I said before, he's definitely got a favorite receiver in Taraski. So that's his first look, and that's kind of becoming a tell for him when watching him. He needs to kind of survey the field a little bit, I think a little more. Gonna have a reverse here to Schoonamaker. He's got some room. Ooh, and goes head-to-head with number 12 of the Crusaders, and we have a nice collision by the sideline.
I think he's going to be a yard short, maybe 2. But good play call. Definitely had the defense on their heels. So
a little trickery by the Spartans. We have a slew of people subbing in and out, so it potentially looks like that's going to be the case. We're going to punt here on 4th and 2. Not a bad decision. You'd like to see them. Fans want to see them go for it, but still within 2 strikes. You give the Crusaders a short field, they might do something with it. So Micah Reardon back here to punt it. Good snap. Decent kick, low liner.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, definitely went out of bounds super fast. That
they spotted at about the 44. 46. There he is. Refs weren't matching up there.
The Crusaders will take over here. Max Price will take his offense. See what we're going to get. See if we're going to get the spread of the Crusaders, or are we going to get that original wing tee we're kind of used to seeing from them when looking at it. So a long penalty last drive kind of shut down the Crusaders' offense. Looking at it, and they are back in that patented wing tee look. Just off tackle eye.
Good play by the defense.
Number 63 in there. John Rosema, the big boy. I think he stands at what, 6'7", 6'5", 6'6"? Taller than me, that's all I know.
So it looks like they had made contact behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to squeeze through. Gain of about 1. And that just shows these Crusaders, they're tough. They will push through even with the slight bit of the dilemma. So
always fall forward.
Right.
Wing T, counter play to the outside. Kreitz gets basically back there finding a hole. Gets about 3 yards to make it about 3rd and 6 for the Crusaders coming up.
And the defense could have a big stop here. They're on the 50. Hopefully put them in good field position. They receive a punt. But we'll see what the offense comes out with here. Been going with the wing T here, so we'll see if they spread it out a little bit.
You have twins on both sides, running back offset to the right, Price in the backfield with Powell. Motion to the right. He fakes. He's going to roll out. Look, he's only got 1 receiver. Oh, there's 12 coming across the field. Very nice design play as he's running.
A big gain there.
Dylan Tarowski makes the tackle on number 12. Great. That was a very nice, I would say, design play.
Was a gain of 26 there. And, yeah, it looked like he didn't have a man open, and then Kreitz kind of came across the field and wide open. No one was on him.
Had that long drag route.
He did.
He had a lot of time back there. Price was rolling out.
Almost looked like he could have took it around the edge. I don't know if we really had a corner or anything out there because he was drawn out by the receiver.
I agree. It's going to be an empty backfield. Trips left. Twins to the wide side. Price in the backfield. Going to have motion by number 3. Fakes it, and there's a big hole for Price right there. He gets around the corner.
There's a little toe tap on the edge. Maybe a late hit. No flag.
Him and Whitmore knocks him out. Looks like they might be giving a first down.
Yep,
here.
and he send it. There it goes.
Once again, yeah, he
really can make.
He ducks to the inside and ducks out very fast. I will say that. There is some athleticism there. The Spartans have just not had the match for that athletic ability right now as the Crusaders come out said, with Powell and Price in the backfield, twins to the right, motion left to right. They do give him it this time. Got some room.
Ooh,
And he
shifty little move.
Gets to the outside.
Yeah, that I don't know. That didn't look too good.
Yeah, he got bent backwards. Looked like his ankles were under a
Right.
body as the tackler came and got him.
From this angle, kind of looked like he.
Number 3.
No
One on the
namer.
roster for number 3. So, be 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders here. Sparta faithful banging their feet, getting a little noise going. Knowing that this is a very big drive for the Spartans to kind of keep the game close. We got trips left, foul offset to the left, and it looks like the Crusaders are going to take a timeout and talk about this one for a bit. So,
I think this is kind of the Crusaders trying to go with the nail in the coffin here. Put the lead up by another touchdown, so they kind of they want to talk this over and make sure they're getting the right play call.
yeah, as I said, they haven't let the Sparta offense really get moving throughout this whole game. Our first drive was pretty good, gained some yards, then had to punt at midfield. When we look at other than that, we've kind of been stagnant on offense, kind of looking for that big play, whether it be on offense or defense. Tarowski had a great special teams in the play in the first half, returning a kickoff. Other than that, we just haven't been able to kind of do much. So
That spark just hasn't been there. We haven't been able to find it. So we'll see what they line up with here.
all right, Crusaders take off. It's got 2 running backs with Price side by side. Gonna hand it off to Waller. Waller has a nice gap, and he is just a rumbling down
And,
into
wow, he
the end
gets in.
zone. Yeah, he was not gonna be stopped. He was running with a purpose.
I think he broke maybe 3 or 4 tackles there and just rumbled into the end zone.
Yep.
Spartan
Huh.
defense just struggling right now.
Yeah, definitely a nice little hole to the outside. Waller got in there and decided to do his own thing and get into the end zone from about 9 yards out. Carlton will come on, see if he can stay perfect for a night and go 4 for 4 on the PATs. Trying to give him the broadcaster jinx.
And the kick is up. And in with plenty of room.
Yeah, he's got a nice leg.
He's
that
nailing
seemed
them.
effortless from 13 yards out. So I think if he would have got that before halftime field goal, 42-yarder up in the air, we would have saw something.
Right.
I want to give a special shout out to Hayden and Grace DeGraff. They are running the end zone cam down there for the Sparta football team. And like we said, it's gotten chillier, as Alec will give me the weather temperature off of his fancy dancy iPhone.
Look at that. We got 43 degrees,
It's
slightly cloudy.
42 and 43 and slightly cloudy. Fall has arrived. So grab your winter clothes, your knee-high boots,
Your fuzzy blankets.
Go grab some apples, some pumpkins, some donuts.
Got plenty of
I guess I gotta give a shout out to my family there down on 6 Mile and Fruit Ridge. It's called Morse Bros. They sell pumpkins. If you go there, mention my name, that will probably get you a 0% discount, but might get you some street cred.
It's worth it. It's worth a try.
It's always worth a try. So, and then from there you can go to Ed Dunnenback and Girls, which is right up the road, and get some cider and some donuts. It sounds like a nice fall Saturday to
Weekend
me.
trip, right?
Home Depot, who knows? Jarowski takes it, and he's trying to get to the outside, and he does, but he's just met by a brigade of Crusaders. And he is tackled at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he slipped one defender there and made it to the outside, but the
Just got-
outside contain was still there on the back level of it.
Just kept multiplying. What would you call a herd of Crusaders? An army?
Army or, yeah, just an army. Army
Yeah.
of Crusaders.
I guess you have a classic war going on with the Spartans and Crusaders
right.
here.
This is a big matchup.
So Nick Gordon will come back out with his offense with Tarowski, Schoonamaker, and Michael Reardon here. See if they can get something started. They're going to be back in their bunch formation. Samuel Whitmore on a wing, Dylan Tarowski on a wing, Reardon in the back. Scooney split out to the right. Tarowski in motion. They're going to give it to him on a sweep coming into our living room, but he just doesn't have enough speed as the Crusaders extend the play. And it's number 66 again. Sam Karts, which I just realized is probably the brother of Dane Karts. Is it Dane Karts?
No, it's Tommy.
Tommy Karts. So that must be a brother duo
and
right
Sam.
there.
And they're killing the game so far.
Yeah, 66 is flying around the field, and so is his brother. Very nice. Nice to see that. All right, wing formation again. Trevor Wilcox in the backfield. He's going to be in motion. And he settles back and comes back. And looks like we kind of got a little bit of a busted play. And Nick Doran's going to be sacked in the backfield.
A lot of confusion there. I don't know if they knew what they were doing.
By number 55, Richie Ward, the senior, gets the sack. Yeah, Trevor Wilcox kind of went in motion.
It looked like he was stumbling behind.
Looked like he didn't know where he was for a second,
Right.
or where he was supposed to be.
And so Nick kind of just went with the play. And
that could happen as long as you're not moving forward when you're in motion as an offensive player. You can go as far back as you want.
Right.
Once again, this is not the Canadian Football League, so you cannot move forward. You got Sam Whitmore on the wing with Dylan Tarowski rearing at fullback. Schoonamaker to the boundary. Nick Gordon sends Whitmore in motion. We have a counter back to Dylan, who had a hole, but once again, number 55, Ward on the tackle.
And they're just so quick at filling that hole. We hit that gator, the gator counter reverse back over this way, and then they were just there. They're there to defend it.
Longer developing play. We're going to have 4th and about 16, 17 here for the Spartans. Reardon back, snap good. Gets a kickoff, low liner missile.
Might get a bounce or two, and it'll be at the 41.
41-yard line, it will be down. The Crusaders will take over from there. Spartans down here, 28-6, 3:24 left in the third quarter.
Spartans' offense is struggling. Our defense is struggling too. We can't find an answer for Price, and the offense is struggling to get the holes open and get the running backs moving.
Yeah, yards are tough to come by for the Spartans tonight, where the Crusaders are basically kind of going back and forth on the field. They come out and spread, twins both side, offset left. It's going to be a fullback up the middle, basically, with some pullers. He's going to get about 4 yards on the carry.
Nick Powell takes it right up the middle. I think they're going to try and utilize him a little bit more, maybe some more run game here.
Waller subs in for Powell.
But they definitely have lots of options on their offense. They have a lot of weapons that they can use.
Same formation, except you got Waller in the background instead of Powell next to Price. Snap. It's going to be the same play, opposite direction for Waller, who had a big open field. And number 21 for the Spartans makes a terrific tackle. Gunnar Busen, the sophomore, out there with the shifty Waller, who had a full head of steam coming at him.
Yeah, he definitely saved the touchdown right there because that was one cut, and he had a lot of green. So good tackle right there. Yeah, he came through the hole and all that green and one defender to beat. Usually the safety is he's the key right there. If the safety doesn't make that tackle, gone.
Good. Same formation again. Now Powell's in. Got motion to the right for number 3, not on the roster. Quick screen out from Price. Gains about 4 yards on the play. A couple yards. It'll be second down for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Spartans read that one pretty good. Managed to get out there and stop him before he gained any more.
Yeah, ton of flow to that quick wide receiver screen. As
these Crusaders, they really are mixing it up. They're running, passing. They're just doing everything on the field right now.
Very true. Lots of formations.
Lots of motions across, jet screens, little
It looks like they're shotgun here. Looks like Powell and Waller with Price in the backfield. Waller's going to get on the right side. Someone at Moose looks like he had the initial tackle, but once again, Waller with the stiff arm just pushes him off and ends up making what should have probably been about a 3-yard loss into about a 3-yard gain.
Right? Makes one guy miss, and he can just keep that momentum rolling forward. And when he comes forward, he's dropping his shoulder. He's going right through you. Got about a 3rd and 5 here, 3rd and 6. This has kind of been the tale of the day. It's been 3rd and longs, 3rd and mid range, and they always have an answer. They're getting those first downs every time.
Yeah, Crusaders are in no hurry here. They don't mind. The clock is their best friend. They are going to spread it out. Twins on both sides. Waller in the backfield of Price. Shotgun passing it. Got pressure, but once again, he's able to twist out of it and just flick the ball to number 5 for the Crusaders in Ruts and get the first down.
That was well, like you said, Kyler Murray. That was almost picture perfect. This fling across his body. That was something special right there.
Yeah, he just has something you really can't teach, and that's just intuition. He saw the guy coming in, and he just knew he was going to spin out before that guy even was close, and he was dropped down to his knees. Yeah.
And being rushed like that and just having to scramble and find something and just come up with the play, that was crazy.
So, be 1st and goal for Crusaders on the 8-yard line, and it looks like they're in no hurry. Look at it. Clock stop, ball went out of bounds. He spread, but it looks like we're going to have a timeout from
Crusaders again.
Crusaders again with 18 seconds left.
Only have one timeout left.
So as we look forward to the night, we got the NBA Finals Game 2 from the bubble. Got the Heat against the Lakers. Anyone you got there?
Oh man, I don't want to be too confident, but I'm going Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. You're giving the Heat 1.
I'll give them 1, even though they had a few injuries game 1. I'm really impressed with Tyler Hero. I don't know how you say his name, but he has just been popping off.
Yeah, maybe Duncan Robinson from the University of Michigan will have some 3-point sharp shooting in one game, and they'll eventually be able to steal one away from the Lakers. But I don't know how you beat LA right now when they have the top 2 players in the world when you look at Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
It's just crazy duo they have.
Yeah, so if they stay together, they definitely will bring back the Shaq and Kobe days that I knew back in 2004 to 7.
Prime time right there.
Crusaders come back in a wing T offense here. It is 1st and goal, and they're going to go tackle left side, but it is eaten up by number 75, Seth Phillips on the play. Very nice, stopping the very shifty and very strong and powerful Waller in the background.
And that'll take us into the 4th quarter. 1 quarter left to play. That's Sparta 6, Crusaders 28.
And right now you kind of see Crusaders are driving down to Florida from Michigan, got the cruise control on, sitting back and just kind of relaxing, not trying to do anything special, just kind of doing what they do best, and that's run the ball and throwing some pass plays.
Yeah, looking at Sparta right now, I think their energy is just depleted. They don't really know what to turn to when this offense and this defensive drives, and Crusaders are definitely getting the best of them right now.
Yep. When we look at it, some good news of today, JV football was able to practice. They had been shut down for the previous 2 weeks because of COVID-related incidents, so they are up back and running, and they will be playing next week. When we look at it,
that's great news.
Speaking of next week, we will be playing Kellogg'sville. When looking at it, I think we have our statistician looking up if we are home or away.
I believe we're home, but I don't want to speak too early. Start spreading false information.
We could get a fact checker out there. We know you're listening.
Right.
We've had several people text in, call in to the hotline.
Could tweet us or something.
Crusaders come out and Wing T give it to Wall around the edge. He's got a big hole right there, and he looks like he's going to go all the way in for another Crusader touchdown. No! The referee's going to mark him out the 1 yard line.
Big thing with that play is he had to fight through his own guy there. Looked like he dropped a shoulder on his own tackle or something, and then went out at the 1.
So it'll be 3rd and goal here for the Crusaders. Just the beginning of the 4th quarter if you're joining us here. Come out, Wing T. I feel like we're going to get a QB sneak for Mac Price.
And we do.
That might be his 3rd on the day right there. If you've had him in West Michigan fantasy football, he's going to be putting up some big points for you guys. And we have just fact-checked and confirmed we are for Kellogg'sville next week home here. Who are Kellogg'sville? What's that?
The mascot on that? We need to tweet us at...
Tony the Tiger?
The
Rockets.
Yes.
The Rockets of Kellogg'sville. As Carlton tries to be a perfect 5 for 5 on the night. And he boots it up. Yep, perfect. He hits him right down the middle. No question with that cat. So the Spartans kickoff return team comes out. Carlton will come back out, kick a field or to kick off for the 6th time tonight?
I believe so.
Yeah. So his leg is going to work out tonight. We'll look at it.
Perfect. What is he, 5 for 5 on those extra points?
5 for 5.
And with plenty of room to spare, he is just kicking them straight through.
Lots of power on that leg.
Let's see if the Spartans can make another special teams play. Another big special teams play. Look for something to start this rolling. We're kind of just waiting.
All right, as long as as we have covered the Lions, everyone is texting, calling in to hear our Green Bay Packer analysis. I think they play the Chiefs this.
Oh boy,
Did they play the Chiefs? We're gonna have to get a fact check on that. I don't follow the Green Bay Packers. They are 3-0. They have ticked off Aaron Rodgers, Matt LaFleur, drafting a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers still gets it done. We look at it, just kidding. They play the Atlanta Falcons. So, yeah, if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, it doesn't matter if you're down by 14-16 that 4th quarter. You know they're going to blow that one. So, you guys got a secure dub. Probably going to hit 4-0. Carlton kicks the ball off, bounces off to the left, goes out of bounds. That's going to be an automatic flag, and the Spartans are going to take the ball over at the 35-yard line. But looking at the Packers, I don't watch the Packers. You're a Lions fan.
Yes.
Honolulu Blue through and through. If you're a Packers fan, that means you just couldn't gut and persevere to be a Lions fan. Just kidding. Just kidding. Some of you grew up that way. You were lucky. But
Right.
we will hopefully sometime in my era see a Lions successful team. When we look at it, we've had preseason championships. We've got to hang some banners for that at Ford Field, I believe. But just seems we've had our franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford is a franchise quarterback. He's had almost close to MVP seasons where he hasn't had a running back, where he hasn't had a defense to back him up. He really hasn't had consistent coaching. So I think we just need to put it together. As Mr. Gordon takes over, trips left, Tarowski to the right, quick zing, and it's a Tarowski again, and it looks like he's about almost at the first down marker.
We'll see where we spot him. Give him that forward.
As it looks like the whole Crusader defense. But that's what you like to see. That's what you want to see in a defense.
Right.
We want every helmet in the screen when we look at it, and the Crusaders swarm to Tarowski. Once again, I've talked to Nick Gordon in class. I'm going to talk to him again. He's got to look other than Tarowski. I know that's his favorite receiver, but he's got to mix it up just a little bit when looking at it. So he's got trips right, slot left, drop back. There he goes to Trevor Wilcox, number 32. Great throw, though. That's a long throw.
That was right. Hit him on the outside shoulder.
He's thrown that from basically the left hash all the way to the right sideline. Great arm. He does have a cannon. We know that. And he heard me from the sidelines.
And you see what he can do when he's hitting his other receivers, getting first downs. If we can keep this consistent, we keep the offense rolling.
Yep. So Crusaders probably playing a little defense off, a little prevent, not trying to let the big plays. Spartans are going to try to take advantage of that. Looks like we're going to have trips left. We're going to have Whitmore, Tarowski, and Wilcox with Scooney on the other side. Gordon drops back, hits Whitmore, bounces off.
Intercepted.
And we get a drive killer, and who do you know? 66 Kratz, the sophomore, with the interception. The kid has done it kind of all tonight. Been all over the field, sideline, the sideline. And you get rewarded. You get a lucky bounce, Sam Whitmore, off his chest, into the arms
And
of the Crusaders defense.
And like I was saying about their offense, and they were having a few drops, and we go right there, and we right off the chest plate, right into their arms. So
yeah, nice ball by Nick Gordon there. I tell you
it
what,
was.
I like the way it comes out. It comes out a spiral. It comes out fast. It comes out with velocity. I think when he throws hard, he's very accurate. So Crusaders come out, twins of both side, offset to the right, motion. Looks like we have a new quarterback in there, number 3. And he gets the ball and makes an impact right away. So he goes, takes a broken play and turns it into a first down, gets all the way to the midfield.
yeah, he took the high snap, and yeah, we don't have a name for number 3. Kind of makes him a little mischievous. I kind of like it. But yeah, he took that play right to the outside and gave him the first down. Could we be wrong? And that's a number 2?
No. I was just wondering if maybe they labeled. I haven't seen 2, but could be. Twins of both side, high snap again, brings it down, fakes, brings it around the left edge. He's upfield for another, basically, probably gain of 10. There is some laundry on the field, though. So in the vicinity, I think we're going to have a vicinity of holding.
Yep, I think this play is coming back. And the rest will discuss this. And holding offense. So they're going to take this ball back, where it'll be 1st and 15. Or maybe 1st and 14. Crusaders will look to start something back up here. I got doubles, slot, motion right, hands it off, and he is swamped behind the line of scrimmage.
The big man, 6'3", Alex Vanderwip. Big Al, they like to call him on the basketball court. It's a nice tackle for a loss, a little TOL on the first down.
Yeah, me being 5'10", that's what they used to call me, Big Al. Unfortunately, I didn't fit
that was more of an oxymoron. That's like them calling me tiny.
Right, I didn't really fit the picture all that well. So now they'll be 2nd and long. They're about 2nd, let's count it, 2nd and 17-ish. The lineup, same thing. They got double slot. Running back on his left side. It's in a motion to the left. And he'll hand it off to number 12. He'll take it around the edge and pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, Cart's on a good run there.
He is.
He had a nice kick out, had a nice hole. It looked like our Seth Phillips over there was trying to get inside of him, and that's kind of been the struggle all night, I'd say, for Spartans defense. They've been, these guys are usually running through tiny holes when you look at it in the wing tee offense. And right now, people are getting tired. 35-6, game's kind of out of reach. Kind of just playing to get better here. And it looks like the Crusaders have not some of their backups in, but definitely moving some guys around in different positions.
And they're still working the field. So the lineup again, same formation. They'll send the motion to the left. And he'll keep it. Looks like he rolls out to the right, looking to pass. And he'll keep it around the edge and pick up a few yards as he runs out of bounds.
Yeah, number 3, Henry Whitmore, the sophomore, brother of Sam Whitmore. basically shoves him out or forces him out to the left, and it's going to bring up a short 3rd and 3. So, got a couple brother duos on here, sibling affair. I ended up playing with my brother in high school. We were always kind of opposite. He was always smaller and faster. I was always bigger and stronger. But it was always enjoyable playing with him. I enjoyed it. Played baseball, football together. So it's a good.
Brings a different dynamic to it.
Yeah, it's definitely fun for those guys playing with their brother.
I experienced playing with my sister, which is a little different.
That is right. I was wondering. Yeah.
So
forgot about that.
And the Crusaders might take their final timeout.
Always coaching. Always coaching.
There we go. They'll take their final timeout of the half.
That's your twin sister, though, right?
Not twin.
Not
year
twin?
younger.
You're younger.
Yes.
Okay. What's she up to these days?
Living life, I would say.
That's not
enjoying
bad.
herself.
That's the way to do it.
Do it while you're young.
I agree.
I'm still as young as well, but I'm kind of speaking like an adult right now. I don't know if I'm allowed
Knees
to
are
do that.
starting to crack.
I know.
I have sat down in the booth as my legs have given out underneath me.
Young guy up here. I'm still doing my best I can. The back's all cracking up here.
As we should probably update you, like we said before, me and Mr. Porsky were talking about flowing hairs, mullets. They are in full swing. They are coming back. My broadcasting substitute today is no different. He has his flow going.
We're going
It
with
is
the,
like a feather of a bald eagle, would you say? He has.
I think we're
the flow.
matching each other. We both got the flow going. Feathery, yes.
I
Farrah
still-
Fawcett hair.
My wife tells me to get a haircut, and I tell her that there's still an executive order. I cannot go get it. So she has not
It's a
called
fair
me
point.
out on it yet.
The Crusaders will take it, and they just need 1 yard. And he fumbles.
Fumble, Ruski! And it looks like the Crusaders or number 21 from the Spartans may have jumped on it. We'll see who they
number
give it
12.
to.
There he is again. Tommy Karts.
Hot potato for a second.
It was. And he just happens to be always in the spot where he needs to be, I swear.
Yeah, number 12. That's.
Karts.
You get the bounce. You get the bounce.
And so they'll. And Chap is giving him a word right now.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not liking it too much, but it looks like Crusaders will take it for the first down. And they're still having a word. I don't know. Okay, and he calls the first down, so Crusaders will take it. They got their doubles lined up. Running back on his left. And he'll look to send the motion to the left. Karts takes it
coming
around
back
the
this-
end.
Oh.
And a
you-
huge hole. And he trips on the turf monster.
I don't know if you saw that, but there was some false pulling. You had the guard and tackle coming towards us, so you do not see that very often where those big guys lie to you.
And I think that pulled our linebackers and everything away. That's why he had such a huge hole right there. But yeah, old turf monster ate his shoestrings, and he just went down. Still enough to get the first down.
Turf Monster is undefeated. I think that he has the most tackles in high school, college, and pro football
Just
history.
in general. So the lineup back to the tight. Wing T formation. And it'll be... Okay, they got the trickery on here. I don't know who's got the ball. Run to the left off tackle, and he's stopped short. Looks like they'll lose a few yards on the play.
Some score updates. The Lakers are beating Grand Rapids Catholic or West Catholic 7-6. Cougars of Grand Rapids Central beating the Cedar Springs Redhawks 35-16. Belding in a silver matchup is beating Godwin Heights 20-6.
Some big scores there. And we'll take it back to the offense. They do it.
Shot out of a cannon, Hunter Borman.
That's
Came
the
in there
freshman.
like a jet.
You
Like
love to
he
see
just
it.
hit the NOS button
You
and
love to
decided
see it.
to bring it up.
Hit the hole unblocked, and he just blew up the running back. Looks like they'll lose 2 more yards on the play.
6.5 here left in the fourth quarter. Crusaders up 35-6. Been driving down. Coach Chapman still coaching there on the sideline. Give the defensive call. He's got everyone up there. He's got a 5-4. They're packing it with a wing tee.
A quick pitch to the right.
Nice job by 63 Alex Vanderbilt. I tell you what, there was some space out there for a second. If we could replay this sucker, he was waiting for 33 was waiting for 79, and Vanderbilt just kept extending it and kept extending it.
And then he pretty much shucked the blocker, and it gave him no room to run. So
that boy, Big Al,
it was an awesome play.
We see you.
Yeah, and when he's kind of on our side of the field, you can really see he's Big Al for sure.
Yeah, I'd like a lower positioning when he's taking on that blocker, but way to extend it out there. Get low, big man.
Right.
So long fourth down here for Crusaders in the wing tee.
And they're gonna line up nice and tight. Snap goes. Quarterback keeps it. He's gonna try and bend it outside.
Doesn't got a ton of room out there.
Nope, and he is stopped well short of the first.
Turnover on downs for the Spartans. We lead the turnover battle. Well, that's never mind. It's tied. We threw an interception.
Right.
Forgot about that one. Short-term memory loss.
So offense will look to take over. See what they can do with 5 minutes left. Just closing this game up a little bit, make the score not look so ugly.
Yeah, just trying to work on stuff right now. There's nothing like game-like simulated play. You can't get it only on a Friday night. So even though the game's out of reach, you still got to coach. You still got to perform like it's completely live, and you're in this game to get yourself spent.
Exactly. So it looks like they're going to line up in trips left. Nick Gordon's going to look to throw. I'm going to take a wild guess here. And he does. Quick throw to the left. To number 5.
Evan Steinbacher.
Oh, yeah.
With the catch out there.
Gain of about 6 or 7.
7 yards on that. Not bad. Good throw by Nick Gordon right on. I tell you what, when he's striking, my man.
And
he hits in the chest.
Right. He's got an awesome arm. That's I think his big thing is he needs to get his wide receivers and hit a few more of them instead of just hitting Trotsky.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. He's spreading the ball out here a little bit. So he's going to roll out to the right. I like it. He had him though. I like it. Whitmore on the corner out there was definitely open. I would like to see him just attack once he gets around that edge, kind of attack the line of scrimmage.
Right.
He just kept floating to the outside a little bit. That young man's gonna learn that though. He's gonna be all right.
Got a lot of years of experience to come. So
this is what it's all about: gaining that knowledge, getting a feel for it. Just couldn't get enough mustard on it to get it over to Whitmore.
Ball kind of bent a little bit. Looked like a duck flying.
Long corner route.
So they'll look to line up and maybe kind of a double right, slot to the left. 2 running backs next to him. And land it off to the left.
Michael Reardon with some always tough running. Like a ping pong ball or a pinball.
And he gained enough for the first.
Boom, boom, bruising and cruising for a first down. So 4:25 left in the clock.
And a famous Joe quote, another Spartan first down. Man, he's been doing that since I was in grade school. I love it. They line up in the trips right. Nick Gordon back to pass. Quick pass to the right. And his receiver wasn't looking, and he drilled the defender right in the face.
Yeah, defensive line guy in there quick kind of rushed Gordon into making that throw, and Samuel Whitmore was not turned around yet. We almost had a little pick 6 action. But you explaining Joe actually brings up, I don't know, Denny Walters was a long-time announcer for the Spartans basketball. He was the voice of Sparta before Joe took over. He unfortunately passed away a while ago, but one of the great announcers, one of the staples of Spartan Friday nights, either it be baseball or football or basketball. He was definitely the man.
No, Sparta looks like they lost about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, and someone.
And he's not getting up so smooth.
Crusader defender came in untouched, and he.
Yeah, Schoonemaker's is not feeling good after that play.
Yeah, it looks like his knee got buckled under the weight of the tackler right
And
there.
they'll sub him out.
Number 25 for the Spartans coming, Jackson Awinga. Pronunciation Awinga.
Well, we don't have a fact check.
We're getting some head shakes of yes, maybe no. We have no clue.
And line up in the doubles, running back on his right.
Jackson in the slot here.
Right back going for the deep ball. And is that true?
That is Samuel Whitmore on the catch.
Comes up and makes a
like
big catch.
He just high pointed the ball and went and got it, and the Crusader defender was kind of just waiting back. Yes. Send it into Monday Night Football. Let's get him on.
Sports Center, where you at? You got mossed. Way to go high point that ball.
Nick Gordon with another missile. Oh, I tell you what, that was raided by the
hand fight.
Defensive safety very well.
And they'll say Sparta caught it. Yep.
Joint possession goes to the offensive receiver. Very nice. Oh, what a catch. Whitmore with back-to-back fantastic catches for the Spartans.
Had a little hand fight for that one. That was good. Called it towards the Spartans. So now we got trips left. Running back on his left.
Nick Gordon wheeling and dealing here on this drive. Oh, watch out.
And he's got backside pressure,
Yeah.
and he goes down. And there's 55. Is that Ward? Yep, Ward. Richie Ward. And it's been fun to watch this drive because Nick's actually been slinging the ball. This is kind of what we needed to start with.
Yeah.
Hitting his receivers.
I think when teams look at you, they're scouting you, they're watching you, they kind of see this final drive and realize that, okay, there's a little bit of passing we may need to kind of configure in the practice.
Exactly.
So we got these Spartans under control.
Trips right, quick throw to the right.
Nice catch by Tarasi.
Miss, and he'll gain about 3 on the play.
Yeah, that was a nice little, I would say, dance move
Quick
to
little
not
shift,
not get his right ankle taken out for him. As number 8 from the Crusaders, Max Price, went to take him out.
Wow, Price playing a little defense now.
Yeah, they need to take that guy out.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, there he. I was gonna say don't want to get that guy hurt.
He says, "Coach, can I go in for one play?" Goes in, does something like that. You're
that
done.
reminds me of Tua from Alabama.
Yep.
Where you don't need to play, but he's just a competitor, so he's gonna want to be on the field.
Exactly. Line up in trips left, running back to his left side. And it looks like maybe a false start, and there's the flag.
Gonna be dead here. Gonna make it more.
Tarasi just couldn't quite keep his feet set.
Gonna move us back to about 3rd and 18. Here with 55 seconds left on the clock. 35-6 for the Crusaders. They're gonna go to 3-0. Spartans are gonna drop to 1-2. They're gonna move to the silver next week, back to a conference opponent in Kellogg's. Bill.
Maybe get a quick record check on Kellogg'sville.
We're going to try and do that. The internet, I will say, is spotty up here.
They don't provide us with the best Wi-Fi, if any. So we got trips left. Nick will look to throw, maybe get to the end zone. And he just misses. Mrs. Steinbacher. So clock will stop, and now it's a 4th and long.
Yeah, Kellogg'sville, first week played North Point Christian, lost 14-37. They played Godwin Heights, lost 8-32. And they play Comstock Park tomorrow, actually.
Oh, a Saturday game.
So they're not in action tonight.
Interesting.
4th and long for Spartans here. Got playing cover 4. Crusaders got 4 guys deep. Got to get
Nickel
the
chuck
ball.
it, and it's
that
intercepted.
guy ran underneath it.
And that could be trouble.
Yep. Number 5 is looking for pay dirt. He looks to go all the way. If he can make one cut.
Dane Roots makes a guy miss, and he will be in the end zone. Touchdown Crusaders. Kind of a
Roots.
different outlook on what we thought was going to happen there.
Yep. Gordon, pressured by the defensive line, kind of chucked it up, came out wobbly a little bit as he got hit as he threw the ball. Hey, Dane made a play, ran underneath it, called jackpot, caught it, and, ran it all the way back. Did about made a man miss and scored a touchdown. So kudos to that kid. He's going to remember that for a long time, and that pretty much puts the game wrapped up. Gonna have Carlton probably come out. Gonna try and be 6 for 6. See if we can give him the jinx. See if he can't go perfect.
And he will.
He went perfect. So went for 6 for 6. He's good tonight. 19 seconds left. Probably gonna have a kickoff, and then a play after that, and it's probably gonna be the end of the homecoming 2020 for the Spartans here. What are your takeaways for tonight, Alex? First, start talking with Spartan. We'll talk about the Spartan offense. What do you think?
So I definitely think the Spartans should have started a little bit sooner with the pass game. Kind of not really sure what we wanted to do. It was more run, pass here, seeing if they could catch the Crusaders off of balance. But obviously you can see this last little drive that Spartans put together. Nick can throw the ball. He can definitely hit his receivers. It's just going to take a little bit of time, I think, for them to put 2 and 2 together and really work something out.
Yeah, I think the rapport, the relationship, the timing, all that stuff is still being a work in progress for Gordon and his wide receivers. I like to see that, he spread the ball a little bit out in the second half. I think he's starting to feel more comfortable, getting a feel for himself out there. It's a big shoes to put a freshman quarterback in the hall for a varsity football team. I think he's done an excellent job. He's got the intangibles. He's got the height. He's got the arm strength. He's got the ability. All he needs to do is get the coaching, and we know that he's getting that, and he's continually getting better each week, so we can see that. We already have Dylan Tarowski, who started as a sophomore last year as a running back. That's being helped out by Nick Schoonamaker and Samuel Whitmore at times. So I think if they just get everything rocking and rolling, we got some speed, we got some power, we can do stuff. So
all right, get all cylinders rolling together.
Carlton does a little squib kick here. That's going to ruin his average.
And I think, is it a running clock or?
It will be. And Henry Whitmore with the grab and get down on that.
Yep.
And it looks like that is going to be the end of the game for the Spartans. What about the defense? What do you think about the defense there, Alex?
Sparta defense just didn't have an answer to stop Price. Price is, like you heard earlier, he's an all-state baseball player. He's an awesome football player, as you could tell. He was making everybody miss. So I think with an elite offense like that, it's hard to put a good defense of stop. Like, we just couldn't find an answer for that.
Yep, definitely. I think we got the guys up front. We just came into contact, I think, with a very athletic, very strong, very big Crusaders offense tonight that definitely got the best of us. So we'll be back next week, same time, same place, maybe the same crew. I'll be here. Who knows who will be with me? Maybe I'll get a third commentator, and we can figure that out as we go on. So we will be against the Kellogg'sville Rockets for Sparta next week. This is Jordan Moore signing off.
Alex Sheneman here.
Have a great night. Drive safe.